Alright guys, this is going to be a long video because there's just so many things I have to go over and explain and whatnot. Everything's pretty much finished on the car. The interior's done, boot's done, all the engine bay's done, starts first go, radio works, doors lock, all the lights work. Everything's pretty much back to immaculate. So we're down to the last step, which is the detailing, and that's what I do. So I'm just going to take for a walk around and have a look. The panels are pretty good, but the car hasn't seen any light of day for 6 years or something like that. This bonnet has been stored outside and stuff like that, so it really needs a fair bit of work. Now, what I'm going to try and explain now is the detailing process that I'm going to use on this car. Now, every car is different. So if you go over here to Mercedes, has got ceramic clear from the factory. The Commodore over there, 2 colors. It's got high solid clear, and this car's got a high solid clear as well. But they all come up different. They all buff different. The ceramic clear is really hard. The high solid's a little bit softer. I think it is anyway. So yeah, everything comes up a bit different. Everyone details their own way, so there's no right or wrong way, but this is the way I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do and how I'm going to get this particular car. I guess you'd call it a show car. It's a street car, but I mean, it's as good as any other show car that gets around, so we'll just call it what you want. But yeah, this is just going to be in particular about what I'm going to do with this car. So let's get right down into it. If you have a look at the guards hasn't been buffed yet, but it's pretty good. You can see the reflection in there. And I should point out that this paintwork has been already rubbed down dead flat. So what that means to the people that don't know is when you look at a normal standard car, Commodore, Mercedes, anything from the factory, they all come with some sort of a degree of orange peel in the paintwork. Well, what we've done, we've got rid of that on this car, and I've actually done it on the Commodore as well. So what that means is we've rubbed the actual orange peel out of the paintwork with some 1500 sandpaper and gone over it with 2000, and then we've buffed it up again with a lamb's wool pad, and that's what I'm going to get into now. So because this bonnet has been stored outside for tons of years, it's dead. The clear on it dead. It's got no shine. It's got very little reflection. I'm just trying to show you like a 50-50 with the guard, which isn't the best either, and the bonnet, but that bonnet should be gleaming, and it's really not. So I'm going to take you through the process the whole way of what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to rub the whole car again with the 2000, which is what I would call a stage 3. Some people call it a stage 4 even, paint correction. So I call it a stage 3. The reason being is when you rub the bonnet down with your 1500 and your 2000 paper, most people go over it with a lamb's wool to get rid of all the scratches. Then they'll go over it with a DA with some sort of polish, some medium polish, and then they'll go over it with a DA again with a glaze, and then most people finish off with either a wax or a ceramic coating or a sealant. This car doesn't really need a ceramic coating. I'll explain why. So with your cars like your Mercedes, any sort of high-end car, like I was saying before, they all come with orange peel from the factory finish, unless you get a Lamborghini or Ferrari or something like that. They're finished properly and rubbed dead flat in the factory. But the majority of cars you get from dealerships have got orange peel in them. Now, what the ceramic coating does when you put it on is it actually... well, I have to say this as well. Most of them, actually, when you applicate the ceramic coating on, it fills in that orange peel, and what you're left with is a standard-looking paint job that comes out looking like a show car-looking paint job, because it fills in those. Or that orange peel in the paint and all that sort of thing. So these new ceramic coatings that are all out, Not only are they really good for your paintwork, and I do those, so if you want ceramic coating, just give me a call or send me a message and I can come out and have a look at your car and get it done for you. But not only does it protect the car, it makes the car look incredibly glossy because it fills in all those imperfections in the paint and makes it look like makes it shine like a mirror, like a show car, really. So yeah, so just going around the rest of the car, I just want to try and show you another couple of little bits and pieces that I need to fix up. I don't know if you can see it, but all around this area there's like some scratches and whatnot in the clear coat, real fine stuff. And also up towards this area up in here, this is where it's really hard to rub with 2000 and 1500. Really hard to get the buff in there without sort of destroying this. I can't get this off, so I can mask it up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go around the car and just all these spots that that need a bit of work. Just trying to get it in a bit of an angle for you there. I'm going to give those a bit of a 1500. The door trims are already dead flat, so they don't need any work. But yeah, the wheels are filthy and need polishing, and the tires, everything like that. The roof isn't too bad. I'm going to try and get away with the roof by just going over it with the DA and the glaze when it's finished. So I'm pretty happy with the roof. I think I don't have to rub that. I'll just go over that with the buff and everything. All the plastics on the seat are good. Like, everything's pretty immaculate on the inside. I don't really need to do much in there. So that's all good to go. So I guess what I'll do in the next video, I'm going to show you the exact process I'm going to do on all these bits and pieces that are going to need rubbing on the car. So I'm going to show you how to block the clear coat, and once we get down and we've done all the blocking, I'm going to show you how to, first off, we're going to use the lamb's wool. I'm going to show you how to do that without burning through the paint. Then I'm going to show you how to use a DA, which is a different sort of machine, and go over with that. And then we're going to go over a glaze. Then we're going to go over it with some nice wax, because like I said before, this doesn't really need to be ceramic coated. So I'm going to start doing all this tomorrow, all the rubbing bits and pieces, and piece by piece we're going to get this car ready for its first show, which is in a couple of weeks time. So we should be able to get this car coming up like an absolute mirror. If we start now, we've still got 2 weeks to get everything done. But yeah, the first job is going to be the bonnet, and that's the most important part because it's the worst panel on the whole car. But within a couple of hours we'll have that looking like it's ready for a show. Rest of the car, I think I will have the rest of the car ready within a week. So here's a few little bits and pieces we need to fix up, where it's got the old pinstripe on the tires and all that. We'll get rid of all that. Bits and pieces need cleaning and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, we've got a couple of weeks to get all this done. So just follow along and we'll show you the whole detailing process, how it all gets done, why it gets done, why paints come up better than others, what sort of materials to use on different sort of cars, why I use different materials on the Mercedes than what I do on a high solid paint. We'll go through everything. So just keep in touch.